It's the round of 16 of the 2013 Copa Libertadores, and this the second leg between these two teams, Corinthians and Boca Juniors. Boca with their travelling fans there who've come in force to Brazil tonight, defending a one-goal advantage from the first meeting and trying to book their place in the last 8 of this year's event. This time a repeat of last year's final, when Corinthians came out on top to win the event for the first time in their history. It is the standout match of the round of 16. It is a tight matchup. The two teams were evenly poised when they first met 2 weeks ago in Buenos Aires at La Bombonera. The one goal was scored for Boca by their lone striker Nicola Blandi, and he starts once again tonight. First leg which saw Boca end a goal up, but end a man down after Pablo Ledesma was sent off, but they held on to that one-goal lead. And now they come here perhaps in search of an away goal, which might just kill off this tie. Corinthians defending champions of South America, and of course defending champions of the world as well. They went on to beat Chelsea in the Club World Cup final last December. 2012 was a year to savour for them. Wait and see what 2013 has to offer for them. You see the two teams there lined up now around the centre line. Corinthians in the white shirts, the home team here at the Estadio de Pacaembu. And very soon we will hear the national anthem of Brazil. There's the Boca side. And now we have the anthem, and we'll pause to respect that. Two giants of South American football, both aiming for a place in the quarterfinals of the 2013 Copa Libertadores. Glance there at the Corinthians bench, a bench which contains Pato, one of the star names on the continent, but he can't force his way into this Corinthian side. A team which for them is unchanged in the first meeting of 2 weeks ago at La Bombonera. Boca have made one change to their team, and a notable change with Juan Riquelme coming in. The man who is such a legend at their football club. He has taken the place of Juan Martinez, who is on their bench. It is a raucous atmosphere as ever, an intimidating noise. There is Tite, who is the coach of Corinthians. There's the Boca bench there, which contains Juan Martinez. He's been dropped after the first meeting. Pato, I'm sure, will perhaps play his part later on in the tie if Corinthians are still behind as the game goes on here tonight. A reminder, there is no extra time in the knockout rounds of this event. It would go straight to penalties if the score in this match matched the score from the first meeting. So Corinthians won here 1-0 tonight. we would go straight to penalties. Away goals can double. So if Boca do score here, it would mean Corinthians would have to score 3 times to advance. It's a case of Brazil against Argentina once again this tournament. 2 nations who provide 11 of the last 16 teams. 2 dominant forces in South America. But only one of these 2 teams will make that last 8. It's been a tale of domestic woe of late for Boca Juniors. They lie bottom but one of the Argentinian top flight right now. They're trying to put that woe behind them in this continental tournament. Is this the South American Champions League? This the 54th year of the Copa Libertadores. Corinthians defending champions. Boca 6 times winners. It will be Boca in their familiar blue and yellow strip to get the game underway. There's Juan Roman Riquelme. Man who was part of their team which reached the final last year, then went into semi-retirement, left the club, but was persuaded to return by Carlos Bianchi. And they will hope his return for this second leg can see Boca build upon the lead they enjoy. So away we go. The Estadio de Pacaembu is packed once again. It was a venue which was in operation only 24 hours ago. And we saw knockouts, Palmeiras, the big local rivals of Corinthians. 2 Sao Paulo sides sharing this venue right now, while Corinthians' new ground is being built in preparation for the World Cup next year. Here's Ralph for Corinthians in the white shirts. The referee is from Paraguay. He is Carlos Amaria. And he's awarded the game's first free kick here in favour of the home team. This is Emerson for Corinthians, who's up front alongside Paulo Guerrero, the Peruvian, who has scored 4 times in the event so far. Emerson preferred to Pato. There was by Guerrero, but it was dealt with by Caruso for Boca. It was the first leg 2 weeks ago, which was fairly short on goal-mouth action, particularly in the first half. Goal from Blandy, which divides these 2 sides, arrives just around the hour mark. In the end, Boca were good value for their 1-0 win on the night. Gilles clearance downfield. Here's Emerson once again. Back now with Ralph. This is Fabio Santos. Paulo Andre. Danilo! The defensive duo in the heart of the back 4, Paulo Andre and Gil. Corinthians, who boast a superb defensive record so far in the tournament, let in just 7 goals in their 7 matches in the event up to now. But it's scoring goals which is the key for them tonight. Alessandro, number 2 at right back for Corinthians. Romarinho, who was on target in the final last year when these 2 sides met in the showpiece occasion of South American football. He's a man who knows all about the big showpiece stages. Carlos Bianchi, Boca's coach, the most successful manager in the history of this tournament. 4 times he's won it, 3 times with Boca, once back in the mid-90s with Vélez Sarsfield. 63 years of age, he is now in his 3rd spell in charge of Boca. They've had their misery at home in the Argentinian top tier. He's trying to put that to one side once again, though, here tonight. Juan Riquelme back in the team, back on set-piece duty. His ball dinked in, but turned away by Paulinho. That's Paulo Guerra. Here's Emerson. Brushed off the ball, but the referee was happy with the challenge. Christian Urbes for Boca. Riquelme lost out in that challenge there with Paulinho. Paulinho battling away once again, doing well to maintain possession. Here's Romarinho. Emerson. Fans enjoyed that nutmeg. Good tackle then by Urbes. It's a good hungry start from both sets of players here. Plenty of bites about the opening 4 minutes. Foul that time by Alessandro. It's a great travelling contingent who will come from Buenos Aires to Sao Paulo tonight. Here's Riquelme. Angle is tight for him. He's cut back. He's turned away by Gil, but at the expense of the game's first corner. 34 years of age now, Juan Roman Riquelme. His third spell with Boca, after returning from Villarreal a few years back. It's he who will take this corner. It's a poor ball by his usual high standards, away by Romarinho by the near post. Clemente Rodriguez standing over this Boca throw. This is Minio. It's away behind for a corner once again. He'll be fully aware of the value of an away goal here. We'll put Boca in the box seats. Riquelme orchestrating his teammates waiting in the box. Deeper ball in this time, better ball in this time as well, but it was turned out by Paulinho. Urbes challenging. It's out of play for a throw here for Boca. It's Leandro Marin here, up from right back, will take it. Juan Minio. Decent ball in towards Riquelme, the touch away by Gil. Riquelme bent back forwards once again, it was teasing. There were a couple of Boca players there hoping to profit. Just spent a touch too far in front of those two players who were coming in. And Casio, the Corinthians goalkeeper, allowed the ball to just go harmlessly wide of the upright. It's been a promising start from his team. The winner of this tie will play one of the Argentinian duo Newell's Old Boys or Vélez Sarsfield in the quarterfinals. Those two teams meet in their second leg tonight as well. Vélez Sarsfield with the 1-goal lead from the first leg in that one. So it could well be an all-Argentine affair. If Boca hang on to the lead they have here. Remember, they're 1 goal up on aggregate. Still 0-0. Just a good bit of movement there by Blandi. Alessandro was tight to him. The referee, though, was stopped play. Yellow cards out here as well. Confirm for you in a moment who picked up that booking as Boca come again. Ball in was by Eviti, but too long for his waiting Kovics. Christian Herbes, you can see there, was the man who was shown that caution. I can only imagine it was for a word or two out of turn towards the Paraguayan official. There's Danilo on towards Romarinho, who is a pacey customer. Spins back to Agustin Orion in the Boca goal. They took no chances there. It's a test of his touch. And he swept the ball out for this throw, which Alessandro lines up. Good distance on the ball then. It's come for Emerson. Terrific tackle as he was about to pull the trigger, although he's appealing there for handball. And his appeals have brought about a yellow card for him now as well. That's 2 players in the book inside the opening 9.5 minutes. This match following a similar pattern to the encounter here between Palmeiras and Tijuana last night, when bookings went into double figures. Here comes Boca on the counter. There's a foul there by Paulinho. But the referee has certainly stamped his authority in terms of not putting up with any show of dissent. Was there a handball here by Marin? Yes, there was. It's absolutely blatant. Can't believe the officials missed that. As handballs come, that is as blatant as they come. And Emerson can rightly feel hard done by. Cannot believe there what Marin was thinking. Needless handball, which fortunately for him went unspotted, but Corinthians will be absolutely fuming when they see those replays. Paraguayo here being told to move back the required 10 yards as Riquelme stands over the free kick. Riquelme's efforts, always bending a couple of yards wide. Major let-off for Bianchi's team inside the first 10 minutes. Blatant handball by Leandro Marin, which was not penalised. Christian Herbes of Boca. Now Blandi. This is Walter Eviti. Clemente Rodriguez. Searching for Blandi once again, but offside flag was up there. Corinthians won their group in the opening stage. They picked up 13 points in their 6 games, 4 wins and just 1 defeat, which was against the Mexican team Tijuana, who in their first year in the event have booked their place in the last 8. Emerson driving on once again here. Well, the referee gave no free kick, so the Boca players there were suggesting Emerson might be booked for a dive. It's just a good clean tackle. Ball was cleanly won by Matias Caruzzo. There's Tite, Corinthians coach, his 3rd year in charge. He's had a wonderful few years of success. He led Corinthians to the Championship of Brazil in 2011, the Championship of South America in 2013, and champions of the world back in December. Paraguayo scored that goal in Tokyo to defeat Chelsea in the Club World Cup final. Corinthians nicknamed the People's Club. Founded just over a century ago. One of the clutch of teams here in Sao Paulo. There's a great rivalry, a great football city. Well, you would have seen perhaps some of the news in the media over the past couple of days about the lack of preparedness of this city for the World Cup next year, and some threats from FIFA to move some matches away from Sao Paulo. Guerrero here, just I think receiving some attention on the near side. Meantime, Agustin Orion comes off his goal line to clear for Boca. Just called from behind there by Marin. As a referee who doesn't allow too much physical contact. Now the referee, Carlos Amarilla, coming to this near side where Pablo Guerrero is still off the pitch. I think the problem here, there's some blood on his shirt, and the officials won't allow him back on the pitch while that blood's there. So they'll have to find a replacement shirt. In the meantime, Corinthians will have to play on with just 10 men. Eventually they're happy. The Peruvian striker is back with us. It's been a fairly bitty opening quarter of an hour, not too much by way of flowing football, but that will suit Boca. And a clean sheet for them will suffice here tonight. The onus on Corinthians as the home team to try and pose questions and try and pen Boca back in. Here's Guerrero. Holding off Coruzzo, taken up now by Paulinho, who's moved beyond Naviti. That's Danilo shots. Not too far away. It's allowed too much space here to gather and get the effort away, but as you can see, it was not hit with too much conviction. It was scuffed there by Danilo. He scored one goal in the event so far. He returned to Corinthians a couple of years ago after a spell playing in Japan with Kashima Antlers. They're 33 years of age. Romarinho. It's a good tackle by Samota. Chase on now for Guerrero, a race up against the challenger Coruzzo. It's the Boca man who got there first. He is a long throw specialist, Alessandro. He's the latest missile. Emerson was there. That's Fabio Santos. Up goes Blandy with a header. Maybe touched by Alessandro, but swept back for Cassio. Danilo. Emerson. Fabio Santos. Guerrero has come short. Ignored by Fabio Santos, who's gone wide again to Emerson. So, neat switch of play for Romarinho. On the overlap is Alessandro. Slice straight behind. A bit of a waste there from the Corinthians captain. 34-year-old, formerly of Santos. Boca 6 times winners of this event, the last success in 2007. Final Riquelme scored 8 goals in the tournament. He was the star man. In the final of that year, they had a 5-0 success against Gremio in the 2-legged final. It's 2 legs all the way now for the round of 16 until the final. Quarter-finals take place starting next week. There's then a gap throughout June while the tournament takes a breather, but it returns in July for the semi-finals and the final. And that second match of the final scheduled for July the 24th. Carlos Bianchi hoping his team will be there once again this year, as they were last year, hoping for a different outcome though this year. In the two-legged final of 12 months ago, they had a 1-1 draw in the first leg in Argentina, followed by a 2-0 defeat here in Sao Paulo. Allowing Corinthians to become the 9th team from Brazil to win the title. It's been teased in the event in the previous 3 years in a row. Corinthians following in the recent footsteps of Internacional and Santos. Although the most successful team down the years is from Argentina, Independiente. They won it 7 times in their past. Fabio Santos. Well held up by Romarinho. Paulinho. That's a nice touch by Danilo. Away there by Bediso. Much support there for Blandy, the target man for Boca. An opening quarter of the game in which the goalkeeper has been tested so far. Clemente Rodriguez. Riquelme. Back to Minho. Given away to Pablo Andre. Marino with a touch, and now here's Herbes. It's all very tight and congested. Emerson now for Guerrero. Back towards Emerson again, who will take on Manning again. Emerson felt he was lots off there. The officials, though, have a different viewpoint. Alessandro for Corinthians. Guerrero. It's a good touch for Romarinho. Emerson waits square of him, and Romarinho there with a dreadful touch. One of the rare moments where Corinthians were in behind Boca, and Romarinho couldn't take advantage. It's this touch here, far too heavy. Ball just spooned up off the surface. The opening was squandered. But a yellow card shown here, I think, to the Boca goalkeeper, Agustin Orion, for perceived time wasting. Confirmation of the booking there, and a rueful smile from Carlos Bianchi, Boca's coach. His team, one of 4 from Argentina in the last 16. They're aiming to become the first to qualify for the last 8. 4 teams in the last 8 already. 2 from Brazil, Atletico Mineiro and Fluminense, joined by Tijuana of Mexico and Real Garcilaso of Peru. Here's Riquelme. There's space to work with there with Alessandro, and it goes behind for the goal kick. It's the yellow card there being brandished in the face of Orion. Paulinho with a header forward. Romarinho's elaborate touch, well read there by Rodriguez. This is Minho. Back with Gil. Fabio Santos. Emerson. Ralph. Emerson. All post on. Romarinho's there, and he's there again. And Romarinho scores, or does he? The flag's up for an offside. It won't count. Corinthians' joy cut short. Oh dear, oh dear. He is clearly onside. It's an awful decision. And that's twice now Corinthians can feel hard done by. One blatant penalty not given. And one goal there shorts off for an offside that never was. It was a good yard onside there, Romarinho. The flag wrongly raised. And his fortune smiling on Boca Juniors. Wasn't even close. Boca on the front foot themselves. They've scored out of nowhere. Juan Riquelme with a ball in which was surely meant to be a cross, but it found that far top corner. And Boca have scored a vital away goal. They lead 2-0 in the tie, and it could be a huge step towards the quarter-final. Just seconds after the tie, it should have been all square. Corinthians with the goal wrongly ruled out, and then Boca came forward themselves and have scored with a huge moment of fortune. Riquelme playing that ball in as a cross for his teammates, but it flew over the goalkeeper Casio into that far corner, and the veteran strikes to Boca, and now Corinthians have to score 3. Here's Guerrero. Romarinho's there again. Taken by Agustin Orion. Well, the defending champions are in a spot of bother now. And how this tie might have changed in complexion in the space of a couple of moments there. Should have been all square. And now Boca are in a commanding position. Boca, a goal up on the night, 2 up in the tie. A reminder, away goals count double. So Corinthians scored twice and levelled the game up at 2-2 on aggregate. It would not be enough. Boca would go through on the away goals rule. That's why Corinthians have to score 3. They still have just over an hour to try and achieve that. It's a tall order which lies in front of them now. It's such a stark contrast in fortunes for Boca in terms of their exploits in their domestic league and their exploits in this tournament. 19th of 20 teams in Argentina right now. Domestic division, they have won only 1 game all season. They've gone 12 games without a win, and it's the worst record in the club's history. They put that to one side. They lead the champions here in their own city. Here's Danilo. Given as a Corinthians throw. Slight delay here. There were 2 balls on the pitch. A little bit of aggravation off the ball involving Bediso and Guerrero. This referee is one of the most animated I've ever seen. Will do himself a mischief if he doesn't calm down. Here's the throw, turned on by Pablo Andre. Danilo was waiting. Away goes by Urbes. They can just sit back now, Boca. No need for them to attack. No need for them to commit bodies forward. Sit in and try and frustrate and repel Corinthians for the remaining hour of the match. Corinthians are a team who do possess quality. Of course, they also possess Pato, who is still waiting on the bench. Though the longer the scoreline stays this way, the sooner his arrival will be. Well, they come in their numbers, and those Boca fans have been rewarded. It's been their first attempt on target of the match. Although described as an attempt on target, maybe somewhat kind on Riquelme. Here he is once again, linking with Blandi. Ralph and Paulinho tight to his back and too tight. Boca have the free kick. Well, this was the handball by Marin, which wasn't given. Clear handball. I can't understand what's going through Marin's mind there. And this, the goal ruled out for an offside, and he's never offside. His team have been so lucky. And you can be assured here the recriminations after this will go on for many days to come. We've seen some quite shocking officiating. Danilo. Corinthians have to put that to one side to try and forget about the injustice which has come their way in this first half. Keep their minds on the job. Romarinho. Alessandro. Danilo. Towards Emerson. Manning with the header. Brought down by Guerrero, but his touch was a bit heavy. Allowed Urbes to come in. Then Marin clears to safety. It's a poor touch by Ralph. Mopping up though was his defensive colleague Pablo Andre. Danilo. Back comes Clemente Rodriguez. Danilo has moved beyond the challenge of Aviti. Ralph. And Fabio Santos. Danilo. This is Paulo Guerrero. Into Boca players back in the wave, but then given away by Riquelme. Danilo, good first touch. He went down in a hopeful fashion, hoping for a foul there to be given against Clemente Rodriguez, but the referee said no. Here comes Boca once again with Riquelme. It's a piercing pass. It's Blandi with a chance. Good save. It's Minho though. Pressure still on. Back for Urbes. Offside flags up against Blandi. That's the danger Corinthians face, and Tite on the left there with the anxious look. He knows as his team push forward, gaps will appear at the back, and if Boca were to score again, that would surely be game over. Romarinho. Alessandro. It's composed there by Marin. Back to his goalkeeper, Orion. Free kick won by Fabio Santos. Gremio fullback, 27 years of age. Alessandro. Guerrero. Alessandro again. He's picked out his opposite fullback, Fabio Santos. Emerson. They'll certainly want one back before half-time, Corinthians. Try and keep themselves in the tie and try and get some momentum. Try and perhaps instill some nerves into Boca's defence. Emerson once again. It came loose for Romarinho. His shots was deflected, which took the sting off it. Felt kindly for Orion. Flag for offside that time against Emerson, which may have just about been right. They're a club with a wonderful past, Boca Juniors. 30 times they've been crowned champions of Argentina. A team who produced many notable names over the years, including Carlos Tevez, who came through the Boca Academy and has been linked with a move back to Boca on several occasions in recent times. Of course, Diego Maradona, who is a former player, big supporter of the club, the most iconic figure of yesteryear. They're in good shape in this tie so far here. Here's Emerson. Shots took a nick and it goes away for a corner. Tite with a look of near desperation. Romarinho's out-swinging corner. Gil met it. Behind it goes this time for a goal kick. In fact, I think it's a corner being given here. The last touch must have come off a Boca defender, because Romarinho can try for a second time in quick succession. Another decent corner, this time just too close to Orion. Just nudged there by Paulinho. Well, here's the goal again. I'm sure he will try and say he meant it, but his head was down here. He can't claim surely he saw the goalkeeper off his line. If he did, it's a wondrous goal. Second of the tournament so far. Scored a goal against Nacional back on week 2. The yellow card's being shown there to the Corinthians captain, Alessandro. That's booking number 4 of this first half. So Riquelme stands over it once again. Two in the Corinthians' defensive wall. Dinked in by Riquelme and turned away. Good fashion there by Fabio Santos. Paulinho. Long and direct for Romarinho. Guerrero. Just behind Fabio Santos, who had to retreat. Emerson. Blocked by Bediso. Javier Santos with the throw, helped on by Paulo Andre, then by Paulinho. Steered away by Rodriguez, but it's come forward once again. Defending fairly well here, Boca. They'll be desperate to reach half-time with their clean sheet intact. Danilo, back for Ralph. Alessandro providing support from right back. Ralph. Paulinho couldn't gather. Now Somoza. There might be a break on there for Boca. This is Blandi. For Riquelme. Such an illustrious past with Boca Juniors. His debut for the club came way back in 1996. And he won 51 caps this time playing Argentinian national team. He's a man who missed the entire pre-season because of a dispute over. So he's been short of match fitness. Part of the reason why he missed the meeting 2 weeks ago. It's his goal which divides these two teams on the night here. His goal which has brought about those forlorn faces for those of a Corinthians persuasion. Riquelme again. Well read by Paulo Andre. Neat feet there by Somoza. Offside flags up though here. Another poor call. He's onside there, played on by the left back, Javier Santos, who was slow to step up. Don't say the officials haven't covered themselves in too much glory so far tonight. That's given away there by Ralph. This is Minho. One back by Gil. He will try and drive on for Corinthians. Emerson on for Guerrero. Didn't quite have the pace to get there in time. Well read by Agustin Orion. The referee is certainly not being shy of the limelight. Plenty of gesticulations from him, but he's got the big calls wrong. Corinthians, I'm sure, come the half-time whistle, will be fuming. There'll be protests, I'm sure, towards the officials. Saw that here last night from the Palmeiras players at half-time. The riot police were required to keep them at bay from the officials. Well, the half-time whistle was eventually blown. Paulo Andre. So all the Boca players behind the ball. He's just about qualified for the knockout stage, Boca. In their 6 group games, they had 3 wins and 3 defeats. They finished second in their group. They were seeded 13th of the 16 teams in this first knockout round. Corinthians seen as the favourites to advance, but it's not the way it's panned out, so far at least. There's Paulinho for the defending champions of the world and South America. There to maintain those 2 crowns, they will need quite some second half showing here. This first half, normal time, is coming towards a close. Danilo. Steered away by Rodisa. Only as far as Alessandro. Emerson. Played in by Ralph. Here's Paulo Guerrero. Danilo trying to slip it on to Paulinho. Too much weight though, and Orion can gather. Apart from those two contentious moments which haven't gone Corinthians' way, they've not done enough to test Orion. It's a fairly comfortable one-goal advantage for Boca. Remember, a two-goal advantage on aggregate. Danilo's ball in towards Romarinho. It's an important header away, that by Manin. Now into first half stoppage time. Can Corinthians conjure something late in this first period? Try and get themselves a foothold in the tie. As their grip on the title is getting weaker by the minute. It's a swift free kick here. Here's Paulinho. See 2 minutes of stoppage time, and we played the bulk of the first of those 2 minutes. Alessandro. Emerson. The pass was meant for Guerrero. Romarinho almost made the most of it. Already on the show. Good pace there. Good alertness to sprint off his goal line and clear. Moments now where they'll want to maintain their defensive concentration, Boca. Preserve the lead they have. Sure, there'll be half-time changes in not just personnel but tactics for the Corinthians, who will have to go for it in the second period. First half, they've not really upped the ante enough, not played with enough pace to really pose enough questions of Boca. That's better by Guerrero. Fallen though far too far in front of his waiting colleagues, and he's behind for the goal kick. And that's half-time in Sao Paulo. A controversial and contentious first half, but Boca lead on the night. Juan Riquelme with the goal, and they now lead 2-0 overall in the tie, and they have 1 foot in the last 8. Half-time, Boca lead 1-0.
This is all about passion and really belonging to something.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Showtime.
What a way to open your account!
Robbie, it looks like your taxi's arrived.
Beckham scores! Celtic are the champions of Scotland! The perfect finish to the perfect day!
To make sure you don't miss any of the great action on ESPN, visit espn.co.uk/next season.
True quality in a car isn't just about how well it's designed and how well it's built. It's about how good it makes you feel.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
With the Hyundai i30, we believe quality time should never end. Hyundai.
Get your mobiles and laptops out. It's in playtime. The latest live odds are on your screen now. What's that? You want another one? Okay then. Remember, Bet365 is all about the in-play. It's all about great odds on over 70 in-play markets. And have you tried live streaming yet? You'll love it. Bet365.com. Bet in play now.
Careful.